Hey, how you going? So we got the Blox Bulletin like newsletter, and it was really exciting, and I think this was a really good newsletter. So firstly, let's start off with they said, is Divine Art going to be coming? So they're not going to be releasing Divine Art. Apparently they plan to make it something really big. I don't know what they mean about that. Maybe it's something linked to like a like a race, like you have to be Angel or something to use the fighting style. I don't know, maybe making like more race specific fighting styles, stuff like that, or maybe making something bigger. I don't really know, but it's not going to be coming. They said that there was this big major engine bug, and so there's no plans to release it anytime soon, which is annoying because it looked really exciting. I think a lot of the reasons why they're not releasing as well is hackers pretty much fully showcased it. I don't know how real a lot of the hacking videos are, but if you remember a couple of months ago, a lot of hackers were just fully showcasing the whole thing. And I think that meant they had to change it a lot. But the scene move looked really cool. And it's really disappointing that they're not adding it because it could like stop time and stuff like that. It was kind of like a domain. They also, another person also said, will there be a trading update? A lot of people are frustrated with the full fruit limit and 40% rule value. I think that's a really good idea. They did said that they're going to be doing that, and that's really exciting. They said that they're going to be doing tradable item types, which I don't know. I don't really know about. I think that's a good idea, but so it's probably going to be something like King's Legacy, where you can trade, I don't know, a Dark Blade for a fruit. But I think that would be annoying because it kind of takes away from the grinding aspect. Like you can just, instead of grinding for CDK, you can just get a like traded for a fruit or something like that, or try trade for it. And that'd be really interesting to see like the value worth of like different swords and guns, or like item types like Leviathan Heart. Like Leviathan Heart probably costs a lot of really good fruits or like a really good sword. And so that's going to change grinding a lot if you can change item types as well. They're going to be expanding beyond the 4 slot rule and be introducing a brand new trading hub world, which I don't know, it's a good idea where they put it into like an entire different world. So they're probably going to get rid of this stuff at like Cafe and the Turtle Mansion, the trading places. But I think that's a good idea, having like an entire different place. They'll probably be able to make sure like people can't do hacking to like take fruits or something if it's in a different world, because a lot of different Roblox games do that. I think for that reason. Said that will crew system get an update? They said yes, but we're not going to get it next update. They say they want to do more stuff than just like a crew rank, and they're really ambitious with their crew recruiting crew system, which I think is a really good idea because there's very small stuff about with like using Marines or pirate. It really doesn't matter. Maybe like the ships cost a little bit less for Marines or something, but it really doesn't matter. I think having something like where Marines can arrest pirates or some stuff like that, I think that'd be a really cool system. Or maybe expanding more on the crew system. I think that'd be really cool. Like having different crew battles, or like you can do like crew wars and shit like that. I think that'd be really cool. They also talked about how many will gravity be turned into tokens, which I think is a really big and important one. Because in the new Dragon update, a lot of people were really annoyed about Dragon turning into tokens, because I think that was pretty much just a scam, because people had been grinding out for dragons and stuff, and then you could like get a token and you would get like a really bad fruit, like a shadow or something like that, instead of a dragon. But they're not doing that, which is really good, and I hope they don't do that again. Some people think that Control might have 2 versions. I don't really know about that, but if they do, I hope they don't do tokens as the same for that. They also said, why is it so hard for devs to drop mini updates? I think that they say how they like put in all in one big package instead of just releasing it in like small different updates, which is interesting. They also, at the very end, they said how looking at like a photo of Tiki Outpost, and they said that there's still some empty space left, and maybe a boss fight to add to this arena in the next update. So we're gonna get a new boss, which is really exciting because the previous boss is like K Queen, and that's like pretty low level. And it's been a while since we've had a new boss, so we're gonna get a new boss. I don't know what the boss is gonna be. Maybe it's like a One Piece character boss, like K Queen or something, or maybe some random character they make up. I don't really know. We're also going to be we also have the chromatic skins revealed, which is really good, and they all look really nice. So they're not ready yet, and I don't know if they're going to be coming the next update, but they just showed what like the winners are, and they all look really cool. I think the one they did like the normal stuff for like transformation and stuff, but they have one for Falcon, which is I think kind of confirming that Falcon is going to be getting a rework. But all of them look really cool, and it'll be really exciting to get them. Hopefully, they're not too expensive like the last chromatic skins. Hopefully, there are ways to get it, like even getting berries. I don't really like the berry systems. It's just too much like going around different islands, and a lot of times the islands won't have berries, and it's pretty boring. Maybe making a different system to get these different chromatic skins because I think it would be annoying. You only like paid players will be able to get chromatic skins. Yeah, this bulletin's really exciting and it looks really good. There has a lot of stuff. They was also talking about an dynamic scientist, and it's talking about how they've achieved like another breakthrough. And I think it's something about they're going to be making fruits stronger and better. A couple of years ago, they did a little sneak where like you could upgrade fruits and like make them stronger and stuff like that. I think it's kind of related to that. Is not awakening, so it's separate, but you can make like fruits stronger. So maybe like you sacrifice, say you have like four lights and you can sacrifice them to make one of them stronger or something like that. I don't really know how that's gonna work, but I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, they're doing like an improved scientist sort of thing. A lot of this stuff has been talking a lot about like story, and I think they're really focusing more on story. When they're talking about the island reworks, they said that um, they're going to be doing like side missions and uh, puzzles and stuff like that, which I think would be really cool. They're going to be like an expanded stories as well. Yeah, so they say that they've been doing a lot of different island rework models, so we don't know which islands we're going to get. But they said we're not going to get a 4C rework until all of the islands are fixed. So we're probably going to get a first C rework or probably third and finish off the other islands because we did get a couple of islands in the last update. Yeah, it was a really cool bulletin. We don't know what we're going to get next week. We might even get the update next week. We haven't got the trailer yet, but we're going to get these weekly bulletins, which are really cool. We also got this thing about like a car, and I think it's kind of like a Back to the Future reference or something like that. But it looks really cool, and I don't really know what this is about, but I think it's kind of like related to the last one about a mysterious like person appearing in Turtle Island or something like that. But it's really exciting. We're gonna get the update soon. Um, Hopefully we get the trailer soon. It's a really exciting. I'm really excited for this new update. I think the devs have changed a lot. I think they're more focusing on communicating with players, and I think the weekly bulletin's a really good idea. Hopefully they continue doing the weekly bulletin even after the update has passed, because hopefully we don't go back to like them communicating once every like 2 months or something. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.